The Pathway System program kind of began with some research and best practice visits that I made to several other communities in Colorado and the New York P-Tech, out in California, and I basically took pieces of how other states was building out these systems to embed that high school component into the workforce. So our goal is to make sure that these kids have an opportunity to make an informed choice before they leave high school. So the Pathway System program as a whole, it starts with us developing over the course of several months, meeting with our collaborative of industry, education, and our community stakeholders, and coming back out then and really taking each month to have action items and build it locally. That's the key to it, to be industry driven and build it locally with our partnerships with our high schools and our post-secondary partners. So with that, as the result of that, it's very much a systematic approach of how we build out these programs and these academy models. Some schools call them academies, some of them call them institutes. Some of them just call them pathway systems, but no matter what we call them, it is really that opportunity for these students to truly make an informed choice on what they're wanting to do once they leave high school and help them to really explore careers that they may not know exist. Mm-hmm. So that junior year, typically we like the students to go into the industry at least one day a week during their CTE time. And then that senior year, we're trying to skill them up and get them acclimated and through safety, quality, company culture, and processes. And then by that senior year, then that they can go in and do a paid internship and really hit the ground running. I'm currently working with 21 pathway systems. And that is majority of them obviously is in Indiana, but the 4T Academy with Toyota has now expanded. It's their national brand, it's their national workforce development program. And so they're in Kentucky, which is the largest manufacturer in the United States. They have 12,000 plus employees. Mississippi, where they build the Corolla. And then in West Virginia, which is the transmission battery kind of, I think they're doing batteries now too, but that plant. So that's why we're in those other states. And we also I've helped the West Virginia University Medical Center build out their healthcare pathway, where students now are able to, as a junior in high school, be able to go in and observe surgeries, be able to go in and explore all the different departments in a hospital or in a clinic. The best data that I have is really the 4T Academy, because we started that 5 years ago now, so we're in year 5. Their retention rate, so the cool thing about this program is that we're helping these kids make this informed choice. So the ones that are taking either a full-time position or are going on to post-secondary, they're staying, they're coming back. So Toyota has a retention rate of about 90%. So 90% of the students that have left the program are staying with Toyota. And we have a small percentage of those students that now are being promoted at a much faster rate than those that are coming off the street, because they've already been with the program for 2 years, and so they're growing at a much quicker pace than others. As you can see today at the summit, the room is packed, and so we have so many industry people here because they're seeing the value in this. And the students that that I've spoke with that have graduated from the program, some of them it's life-changing. I mean, they didn't really know, a lot of them didn't really know what they wanted to do after high school, and now they feel like they have a place, right? They have a purpose. And so we're seeing students that are in the manufacturing sector that are making quality stops. What that means is they're finding things out on the floor and they're saving the company a lot of money. Those kids are being rewarded and recognized. And then some of the students are, just will tell me that I never dreamt that I would be 18, 19 years old and I'd be making this much money. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's been really exciting to watch as well as they pursue their future. There's always value in a four-year degree, but we also know that the state statistics show that only 30% of our freshmen, high school freshmen, will actually obtain a post-secondary degree. So when we're sending 80 and 90% of our students to post-secondary after high school, we're losing them, and then they're getting into an exuberant amount of debt, no degree or no plan. So the goal of this program is to help those students that maybe aren't on that path to the four-year degree, but could have a technical degree or a two-year degree from Ivy Tech or Vincennes that will help them move forward in their career. So it's that group that that I think we're doing an injustice sometimes, and we want to really make sure that we're helping those kids with that informed choice by giving them the academic, the technical, and those professional skills so that they come out with a foundation of being successful in the workforce. And I don't think it's really at anyone's fault. I think it's just how things have moved forward, and we just have to do a better job. When I say we, as workforce education professionals, we have to do a better job of helping everyone come together to help solve those problems and make sure that we are looking at what that future is going to look like. In Indiana, there's lots of great pockets of work happening in this area. So we have our state initiative with the iLab and CMETs that is looking at youth apprenticeship, the Indiana apprenticeship program. We have the IN-MaC pathway systems happening. My hope and goal is to see that we all come together and start really taking those pockets of work that's happening and really streamline that into a systematic approach so that we're all doing this, we all have the same goal and the same outcomes. And I think that's going to be the biggest piece of it all, there's so much work that needs to be done, and those pockets are still going to happen, and there's a lot of great people out there doing the exact same stuff that we are here at IN-MaC. But basically, we all just need to get on the same page and start working towards those goals together so that we're helping the students to make those great choices.